Welcome to East Lansing, Michigan, Spartan Stadium and home of the Michigan State Spartans. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Spartans will kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Volunteers offense is on the field for the first time today. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Third and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. We're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
And the Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. So Michigan State's offense has the ball for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, quarterback, wide receiver. Let's see this throw now.
Really nice job on that throw, just giving this guy an opportunity to catch the ball. It kind of reminds me about Bill Burke, a guy I played against back in the Citrus Bowl when I was playing. He was throwing to Plaxico Burress, and he just kept putting the football in Plax's range, and we just couldn't stop the two of them. They went up and down the field on us all day long throwing it. If you just give your guy a chance like he did right there, I don't know if this defense can stop it.
Off the play fake. They're bringing heat. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? At the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Leaves it with the running back. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today.
He'll do it himself. Shakes off the tackle. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Takes the easy one to the back. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, the ground game. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Coming after him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And they decide to trot out the kicker. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. The coach has to be happy with that.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Cutler. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and we're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
The running back has it. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football and let him get lathered up.
That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. And after that 1st quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. You think about Michigan State D-linemen, Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things you can't coach. One of those is that frame, and he used it right there to his advantage.
Get all you can, then get down with the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. And we like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from him.
He's got it down the right side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. He's got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. And they've converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. They're trying to get to him. He's going to take off. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll try to pick up the first. The Spartans brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. There was no reason to hesitate on the sideline there. Just keep the offense out and go for it.
Dude, 4th and inches. If I can't get inches, I deserve to lose football games. So I'm going for it on 4th and inches every single time.
Off-play action on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. He'll get down to avoid the hit, but he might not be able to avoid this penalty flag. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Getting some heat. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Now on 2nd down. Off play action. Throws toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. The give to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Vols will line up to punt it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. Feeling some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
On second down, wants to throw. Trying to get to it. Starting to feel a little pressure. He'll fire to his right. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Pressure coming. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Unleashes one. Complete downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit.
Touchdown, Michigan State. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a fascinating one going on in East Lansing.
The Vols will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll open this third quarter with a run. At the 35, he's open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it. Touchdown, Sparty. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Tennessee, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
It's complete on the right side. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickups, and they have a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Caught near the sidelines. Will pick up a few before going out of bounds.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downfield anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Encroach, defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Makes the catch, and he will score. Touchdown, Volunteers. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability, that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man.
What a cut. Now he's loose. All kinds of room to the right. The 20, 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Spartans.
And man, what a game-changing tight play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way coast to coast on that touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you've got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And it's it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Defense.
Defense a little too anxious there. They're just making it easier for this offense. The Volunteers are marching down the field. They'll give it to the back. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the 1st down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This defense is showing the Spartan spirit, and they are swarming.
I mean, they're making him earn everything. Nothing given up free. Playing so good at all the levels of the defense. If I'm a Michigan State fan, I'm pretty jacked up at this performance.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Fires to the tight end. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the 1st down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes his connection. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. I mean, you'd like to think your receiver in space can make a linebacker miss, but that's just a better job tackling by the defense.
To the ground with the back. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered.
Fires toward the end zone. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Complete out of the backfield. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time. And he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DB.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And sure tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the fourth. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drive or anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Michigan State! They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth.
That makes the score Michigan State 35.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Volunteers want to pick up the tempo.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
And the quarterback is snowed under. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. On second down, he'll let it fly. Quickly to the tight end. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got him downfield. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
First and goal, Tennessee.
He wants to throw it. Going for 6. Throw to the end zone, picked off. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. Line gets set, first down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Snatches it on the right. Touchdown, Sparty. And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads. Trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute that.
Got his man quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He wants a big play here late.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long, under pressure. They're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Makes a grab enough for the first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
He's got an open man. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's got his man. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. The Vols have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. He's got the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The Volunteers are threatening in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it on the move. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
Gain of 17 on the play.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan State Spartans, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Spartans will put total leather and we'll get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes offense takes the field for the first time today. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have the security blanket with a great tight end.
Quick completion on the out route. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude, in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment.
Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Buckeyes send out the punt unit. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Spartans offense has its first opportunity of the day. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Holding, offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying to escape and get it himself. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. Give to the running back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Spartans racing to the line in the hurry-up. This is what Spartan running backs do. They get behind their pads, they move the chains. Le'Veon Bell among many who've been great at that.
And Kenneth Walker, man, you pull back a couple of years ago, such a great season, too. But just that's their physicality. That's the brand that they've had. That's what their coaches embrace. You know, not being the quote-unquote main team in their state, but they're going to hit you in the face and they're going to play physical.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Off he goes. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points. Good drink of water. and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
He wants to pass it on second down. They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of time in the pocket. Down the middle it goes. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Rasmussen. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
And the runner is down, and so is the flag.
Hold it. Open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense had them back up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Right back to the well. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team.
Number 18 on the field goal.
He got it.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Escapes the sack. At the 45 on his way. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the 1st quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the 2nd. That's the end of the quarter, and Michigan State has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. 1st down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Going to try to get it himself. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Then pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And this one splits the uprights.
Michigan State 10, Ohio State 3.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The give to the tailback. Showing off the arm. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Quarterback checking off. They'll leave it with him. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Floating away. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And how nice is it to have the the home crowd going absolutely bananas. Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Spartans will punt this one away. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like the passing game is obviously the easiest way. Just put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Going up top on first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Rasmussen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Finds the tight end. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Meadows. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
He wants to throw here on second down. Wide open downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Trying to find his man on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Unleashes one deep. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time. But you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Just buried it. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Buckeyes will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Quarterback empties his backfield. start this drive firing. Slides away. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Just enough time to get off one more snap. He's looking for a man on second down. Fires one high and deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Meadows. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm. He wants to throw. He finds his man. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm. But he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that, too. If he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. And the Spartans are rolling down the field. The give on the inside. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Fires to the big fella. And it's loose. Well, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a third down and short. They'll go with a direct snap. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. But he's got a head of steam. Boy, he is hard to bring down.
Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. The Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. He's looking to throw it. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the first down and more. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Michigan State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Michigan State, 17. Ohio State, 10.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Well, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They're trying to get to it. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw never gave his receiver a chance. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. He'll take the deep shot. Another incompletion on third down. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's third and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive, so someone's going to have to...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. How about this Spartan defensive front making plays like the legendary Bubba Smith?
And if you're going to have a great defense in East Lansing, it's going to be up front. It's going to be those big boys dominating like Bubba Smith, like Jarrell Worthy, really eating up those blockers up front, making plays, stopping the physical ground.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Took a shot as he threw. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. And the Buckeyes will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The give to the back. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the grab inside the 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. First and 10 from the 25. Can't get him to the ground. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, second and 7. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
They'll go to the ground. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, and it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. On second down, just keeps fire. Gets it out fast. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. These corners going to give them some space. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here comes the offense on second down. Wide receiver shows motion. Feeling some heat. Grab behind the line. It's Rasmussen. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
And they get the sack right out of the gate. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Hold it. Offense.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback will audible. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Smarty. With that score, looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. And that extra point is a big one, as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth.
Michigan State, 27. Ohio State, 10.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it out quickly. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got him downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late. Until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. Just couldn't stay off the quarterback, and that roughing the passer call has them set up with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. And as we get later in this game, Jesse, you want to keep moving the ball and being aggressive, but don't turn the thing over.
So how about getting the running game going right here, David, on this drive? Let those big fellas up front get some push, bleed the clock, move the chains.
Yeah, no need to get greedy. I know the passing stats and you want to score, but you're right. The clock right now is your friend with a 2-possession lead.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. They go to the ground. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Now called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. I think they'd keep it on the ground here to drain as much time as possible off that clock and hold on to this lead. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. And sure, tackling there to keep them from getting to the 1st down marker. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. 1st down for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Trying to get to him. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, they've done a lot of really nice things on the road in this game so far, and that's why they have the lead. But after that incompletion now, you can sense the momentum now switching back to the home team late in this game.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.